Welcome. So glad you're here. Look what the hubby brought home for me today. One whole flat of these beautiful strawberries. Now I live near 3 big strawberry fields, and I just love fresh strawberries, and the ones they grow in my area are so sweet and so delicious. I don't even try bothering to grow my own because, like I said, I can go out my driveway and go 3 different directions and hit a strawberry field. So the price has gone up. These are $35 a flat now. I don't know what they are in your area, but I felt like that was kind of high, but I just love them. I love strawberries, and this is that time of year when you can get really good ones, and these don't taste anything like the ones you get in the wintertime, or they're just so good. So I'm going to make a strawberry pound cake today. It's a new recipe that I found online. I'll leave a link to the original recipe because I always believe in giving credit where it's due, but it makes 2 pound cakes in these loaf pans. So one for my husband and one for my daddy. So, and you need all-purpose flour, 3 cups, 2.5 cups of sugar. It's a pound cake, so it's got to have sugar. You need 2 sticks of butter softened, vanilla extract, whole milk, salt, baking powder, and then just 5 eggs, fresh from the backyard. Now for the glaze that goes over this, you need 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then 1/2 cup of these finely chopped up in a little bit of milk. And then you pour the glaze over the pound cakes. I'm so excited about that. So we're going to get busy making this pound cake, and I'll show you how easy it is. The recipe seems easy, so we'll get busy on that. But in the meantime, we usually get 2 flats of strawberries a year. The first flat we get, we eat. We eat them cut up on vanilla ice cream. We make strawberry pie with that cookie crust and the gel, the red gel that you get in the vegetable section at your grocery store at this time of year, the glaze. And we make strawberry pie. I love to make strawberry, slice them up, put them in with some spinach and some candied pecans and feta cheese and poppy seed dressing. That's a really good salad. I'll make that. Then the second flat, after we've devoured these, I go back and get a second one, and those I will cap and put in the freezer so that we have some, during the year. But anyway, let's get started on this strawberry pound cake. I'm so excited to try this recipe out, and I'll bring you along with me. Okay, here is 2 cups of strawberries finely chopped. I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and the recipe calls for us to sift the flour, so I have my little sifter. But I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to sift all that together. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to give this a little whirl, and then we'll put it in the sifter. Now in a mixing bowl with the mixer, I'm pouring in the 2.5 cups of sugar and the 2 sticks of butter that has been softened. Now the recipe called for unsalted butter, but I didn't have that, and it turned out fine with the salted butter. So 2 sticks of butter, and I kind of broke these up a little bit and then put them in the mixer with the sugar. And then you're just going to cream this on high until it is nice and fluffy. And after it's all mixed in, I added the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to dump in one at a time the eggs. And then just let this slowly mix together until all the eggs are incorporated with the sugar and the butter and the vanilla. Very easy cake mix. I really love this recipe. So there it is. There's the batter all mixed together, and now I'm going to add in the chopped strawberries, and I kind of did them in small pieces. I didn't want great big chunks of strawberry in the pound cake, so I cut these into smaller bite-sized pieces. It has a really good batter. So you just fold in those strawberries. You don't have to mix it really hard. Just get it all incorporated. And then I have two greased and floured loaf pans. I think they were 9x5s. And I'm just dividing the mix into both of the pans. Now the oven should be preheating at 350 degrees. And this cake will cook for 55 to 60 minutes. I would check it after 55 minutes, and your oven may cook a little faster than mine. It took 60 minutes for mine. And then after the cake came out beautifully, it came right out of my pans without any problem. And just look at those two beautiful pound cakes. And it smelled so good. Now here is the glaze. Now I let these sit and cool for about 3 hours. And now I've got 2 cups of powdered sugar. And I'm just putting in a little bit of milk at a time. And just stirring that into the powdered sugar until it makes a glaze. Might take a little bit more milk, but start off slow, because if you add too much, then you're going to have to add more powdered sugar. Then when I got it to the right consistency, I have another 1/2 cup of strawberries that have been finely chopped that I'm going to add into this glaze. Now you want your pound cakes nice and cool before you pour your glaze on. And then here I am just mixing up those strawberries into this sweet sugar, and then we're just going to pour this over the cakes. And I love this recipe that it makes 2, because you could keep one for yourself and give one to a family member or a friend. Now I place the cakes on some paper towels. You could use some parchment paper or aluminum foil, but this is going to run down the sides, and so you want to make sure that your counter is protected. And that's what you want. You want it to drizzle down the sides. And then I just kind of pour some over the top. And the glaze does harden after it sits for a little while. It does get hard. And you can put this in the refrigerator to speed that up. But oh, I'm telling you, this is a delicious recipe. And it's a great way to use up some fresh strawberries. Look at how beautiful that is and how it just runs down the side. So my husband was in love. He loves a pound cake, and he was in love with this strawberry pound cake. And then I took one over to my dad's house this morning, and he is excited too. And then you just let this sit until the glaze is set, and that's it. Very easy, very delicious recipe. I highly recommend it. So go out and get you some strawberries. And even the grandkids approved. They came over and thoroughly enjoyed that cake. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a very blessed day, my friends.